Hello and welcome. My name is Margaret Tiveron and I am a prayer chaplain, prayer guide with Unity of Vancouver Island. And I welcome you to this space and this time of meditation. Because it is the week before Christmas, I am going to offer you an opportunity to travel with a guided meditation to experience some of the gifts of Christmas. So I invite you now to join me in this meditation. Let us begin by allowing our breath to allow us to relax so that we can be here now. So let's begin with several deep breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. As we breathe in peace and relaxation. As we breathe out, we allow the ideas, the thoughts in our minds, any concerns, we allow our body to relax. And with each breath, we feel ourselves becoming more in this moment and more relaxed. So breathing again deeply and breathing out. And one last time, breathing in and out. And I invite you to allow my words to lead you on a place far from here and a time far from here. And I invite you to feel yourself in this meditation as you are guided through it. You are an astronomer and an alchemist. You study the stars and you interpret their meaning. People consult you about the wisdom that can be found in the stars. Constantly you were looking up at the sky and reading the stars. One night a light shines in the sky. You have never seen a star like this before. It is so bright that you wonder what it is, what its appearance means. You talk to your friends who are also astronomers, and you finally together decide that it can only mean one thing, that the long-awaited, long-promised, long-storied King of the Jews has finally been born. You know that you must go to see this king. You must see him for yourself. You must go to worship him. Your heart tells you that this is a most sacred event. So you and the other magi, prepare your gifts for the king and begin your journey. It is a long, long voyage. You travel mostly at night so that you can see and follow the star. And follow the star you do for many weeks with an unwavering knowing that you are about to behold something extraordinary. Eventually, the star leads you to Bethlehem. The beams of the star are leading you to a small hut, a barn where animals are stabled. You're confused. Surely there must be a mistake. How can it be that the King of the Jews is here in this humble place? And yet somehow you know that this is the place. And you notice the glow that is emanating from inside the barn. See it in your mind's eye. See it as you walk into the barn with the newborn and his parents huddled among the animals and the straw, wearing not a crown, but a torn and dirty blanket. Feel the wonder of this moment, the joy and profound gratitude of being in the presence of this child, the light of the world. You offer the child your gift, but you receive in return a gift much more profound, the gift of being in the presence of the most sacred. Now take some time now to bathe in the light, in the love, in the presence of the divine.
built from the stones that the conquistadors tore down when they tore down the ruin, like the actual cathedrals of like the pre-colonial people. They took all the material and like stripped it and then built their own church.
Now ponder the question: what is the gift you will take away with you when you leave this sacred place? What is the idea, the message, the image that Spirit has for you as you enter this week that celebrates that sacred birth? What is there for you to learn or release or acknowledge or create? Now it's almost time to leave. Take one last moment to take in the glory of this moment in the presence of the King. Say any parting words you have for the child or for his parents. And now, turn and leave this place. Join your friends in beginning the long journey back home. And now find yourself again in the 21st century and slowly come back from your travels to this time and this place. Move your body. Open your eyes. Bring yourself back. I would like to conclude by reading a quotation from Simple Abundance. It's an oldie but a goodie. And this is the quotation for Christmas Day, author unknown. If, as Herod, we fill our lives with things and again with things, if we consider ourselves so unimportant that we must fill every moment of our lives with action, when will we have time to make the long, slow journey across the desert as did the Magi? Or sit and watch the stars as did the shepherd? Or brood over the coming of the child as did Mary? For each one of us there is a desert to travel, a star to discover, and a being within ourselves to bring to life. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Namaste.
Ever, ever, ever. He saw what he had to do. He saw what he had to do to whip you to shame. I get it. Yeah, we should do that to Ken. Ken, you have to leave Unity, and you're only allowed back in if you apologize to him. You'll be the leader of the pack. Put myself to sleep. Did you bring enough? Did you bring enough for everyone though? I better watch out. Oh no! Are you gonna tell me why? Tom is here. He's coming to quiet. and roll.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
The millisecond.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Lovely to see you all here. It's fine. It'll be sorted out. I'm confident. I'm confident it'll all be sorted out. Let's take a moment now to acknowledge the land that we stand on, wherever you are. And I thought today I would read directly from the slide since it's so wonderfully written. We are fortunate to live on the territories of the Coast Salish peoples, whose traditions, culture, and friendship has enriched the lives of many generations of settlers and visitors. They have cared for Mother Earth and her bounty since time immemorial, and for this we owe an immense debt of gratitude. Heichka.
All right.
All right.
Let's do this one. There is just one present, there is just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. There is just one power we can share, one great power everywhere. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the stars above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great spirit everywhere. There is just one purpose, there is just one spark, burning in our souls like a candle in the dark. There is just one chorus we all can sing, one great power, let it ring. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the stars above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great spirit everywhere. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the stars above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great spirit everywhere. One great power everywhere, one great power everywhere.
Oh, we don't have any more energy for another song. We expended ourselves.
That was fun.
That was fun. Just one more
Okay.
by Donna. Come on, Donna.
I am a light, I am am a light. I am a light in this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright.
I think that song pretty much covers affirmative prayer. Yeah. Let's just take that in now. I invite all of us to just take a moment and bring in that joyous feeling, that loving feeling of I am the light, I am the joy in this world. And I invite all of us that at any time throughout the day, throughout the weeks ahead, the months, the years ahead, that any time we're feeling in a place of unsettling, in a place of darkness, to remember that you are the light. And affirm for yourself that you are the light, you are the joy, you are the love in this world. And for this we say thank you, and so it is. And join me for the vision of unity, a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And today's wise word. So I had the weeks wrong. I thought that today was the Advent Sunday of joy. That's next week. But that's okay. Joy, this week is love and joy, joy and love. They're kind of, they have a marriage, I think. So I want to share a quick little story that, before I get to some wise words, a quick little story. I was coaching ice hockey for girls, and both of my daughters were playing on the team. And this was very early on when the coach would be on the ice with the players and act as the referee, but just to keep the game going and to teach as you're going. And the puck was in our end, and I was down in the corner trying to yell some instructions out to the kids, and the other team's around our net with the puck, and I feel this tug on my shirt, and I look down, and it's one of my daughters, and I'm like, "Oh, you've got to go out and help out the goalie because the puck is right in front of the net." And she looks at me, she goes, "Hey, Dad, can we go to White Spot after the game?" And I'm like, "Well, we'll talk about that later, but right now, what's really important is to help your teammates out." And she's like, "I know, but I really want to go to White Spot." And I was just thinking of the love and the joy in her eyes as she looked up at me about the opportunity to go to White Spot after the game. There was just like, this would be the most amazing thing ever. So this comes from Reverend Kurt Condra, and it's just an excerpt from a talk around Advent Week 3, Love. I receive love graciously and reflect it to the whole world. Asked to tell the Christmas story in their own words, a group of fifth graders at my church pretty much shared the basic version we all know from hymns and pageants: Joseph and Mary, a donkey, angels, star, stable, kings, shepherds, and of course, baby Jesus. As they talked about each character, one student noted that under normal conditions, kings and shepherds would never hang out. What that means for us, they said, is that from his birth, Jesus taught that we should love everyone. Black, brown, or white, rich or poor, cool or nerdy, gay, straight or questioning, Democrat or Republican. Obviously, this is from the U.S. At our core, they said, we are one in God's love. It's a view of unconditional love that defines Christ consciousness quite succinctly. There is an incredible sense of power and freedom in both giving and receiving love without condition or expectation. The experience can be so profound that we lose track of whether we are the giver or the receiver. Love is who we are, and no season can contain it. Amen. So it is, yes.
Oh, it's time. This is the hardest Christmas song. Are you ready?
All right, this one's for Reverend Patricia.
Yes. Give it up.
On the first day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, you need to forgive and release. On the second day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the third day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, cast out fear, and forgive. You need to forgive and release. On the fourth day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the fifth day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, God's everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the sixth day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, look on the bright side, God's everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the seventh day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, always be thankful, look on the bright side, God's everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the eighth day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, know you're abundant, look on the thankful, look on the bright side, God's everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the ninth day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, strive to be patient, till you're abundant, always be thankful, look on the bright side, God's everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the 10th day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, try meditation, strive to be patient, know you're abundant, always be thankful, look on the bright side, God's everywhere. Pray every day, without fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the 11th day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, help those who need it, try meditation, strive to be patient, always be thankful, look on the bright side, God's everywhere. Pray every day, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release. On the 12th day of Christmas, my spirit said to me, do affirmations, help those who need it, try meditation, strive to be patient, know you're abundant, always be thankful, look on the bright side, God's everywhere. Pray every day, cast out fear, love everyone, and you need to forgive and release.
That worked out very well, did it not? You know, I spent a lot of time figuring out, do we get two choices that go back and forth, on these slides everywhere? I said, no, I can put it all on one slide and they'll figure it out, and they did.
Yeah, that worked great.
And you know what? I realized I'm good at doing the big stuff. And the little stuff like remembering what day it is, it was me who got the week wrong. I don't know why. I just did. I got my previous talk. I also did the wrong week. So thank you, Thomas, for having my back. Oh, it's Leslie caught it. Otherwise, I might have just got away with it. Oh,
It's been up there with joy.
and it's partly because somebody donated this lovely decoration for the fair yesterday, and I said, I ain't not selling that. I'm keeping it. So this way we get to have that up for 2 weeks. So there we go. All right. So my soul rejoices. When I was about 7, my grandma took me to the Jehovah's Witnesses Kingdom Hall for a meeting. And it was a meeting in which she and others were being trained to be pioneers. That's what they call it when they go knocking on doors on Saturday morning. And they had a big stage set up, and they had a door frame with a door that opened, and people would take turns going up and role-playing, knocking on the door. And sometimes they would be the witness, and sometimes they would be the homeowners. It was great fun, I guess. But my grandma's turn came, and everybody suggested that maybe I should go up on stage with my grandma and practice role-playing, calling on Saturday mornings in case there was a family with children, and then I could share the good news with them. I'm an ambivert. Sometimes I'm an extrovert. Most of you probably think I'm an extrovert. Give me a stage and a good script when I can get up there and be somebody else, and I'm all over extroversion. The rest of the time, I just kind of, rather be tucked in my bed and, kind of introverted. So I was introverted then, and I was not about to go up on stage in front of all these people who I did not know and practice telling children the good news. Because frankly, I had no clue what the good news was. So, fast forward, I'm 18 years old, I go to California and I go into nurses training. When I'm 19 years old, my family moves down to California. My boyfriend comes to visit me, we get engaged, and I go back to Toronto. So, when back in those days, you did not live with your fiancé before you got married. Absolutely not. It's not like today. So guess who I lived with? Grandma. Yes. Now, Grandma was very devout as a Jehovah's Witness, and so she would be up every Saturday morning. She had perfect routine. Every Saturday morning she got up before she went out pioneering. She had duties to do. She changed the linens on the bed. She got the laundry on the line, and then she could go out and do her door-to-door calling. Now, I'm 19. I didn't, I was below the drinking age in Toronto then. I didn't go out drinking, but usually we went to a movie or something on Friday nights. So Saturday mornings, I like to sleep in. Yes, 19-year-olds, they do that. And partly I think I wanted to sleep in so that I would still be in bed after she left so that she wouldn't invite me to go pioneering with her. So I would pretend to be asleep when she gently knocked at my door. Now, the problem was when she changed the linens, the linen closet was on this side of my door and their bedroom was on that side of my door. So after a few gentle knocks on my door, she would pick up the new linen and she would pause outside the door and, are you ready for this? I would hear, "Rejoice, rejoice, the new world is at hand." Now, I don't know where Grandma got that voice. Because she was just a little short lady, she was a little chubby, but she was gentle and kind and sweet, and she had soft, blonde, curly hair till the day she died, and she never asserted herself or raised her voice to anybody. But when she was getting revved up for pioneering on Sunday mornings, she had a voice. And so, turn the page. So rejoice is not a word that I am particularly fond of, which is probably why I chose to speak about it this morning, so I could get something to learn out of that, right? So rejoice apparently is or has been used as a transitive or intransitive verbs. Now, if you're not sure what that means, a transitive verb is a verb that does something to something. It takes an action, where an intransitive verb just is. So rejoicing can be either way, and I've written down how it can be this morning. You could say, I think I will rejoice, Patricia, by going to service this morning. Or you could say, I was rejoiced to see you coming into service this morning. But usually we use rejoice in that I rejoice, that more internal use of it. It's something that happens within our rejoicing, right? So the third, I've got it right down here. I must have copied this from Google. The third Sunday of Advent is traditionally called Gaudete Sunday. Gaudete is the Latin word meaning rejoice. So maybe I'm not wrong or stupid. Maybe there's options out there. Anyway, so this Sunday is about rejoicing. It's about feeling particularly the joy of the season. And the joy that traditional Christian people would probably feel when they think that Jesus it's the coming of Jesus, the birth of Jesus, or even the second coming of Jesus. For us, we have a more refined version. It's the joy of knowing that there really is nothing to be saved from, right? Your Christian friends may say to you, have you accepted Jesus as your personal Savior? And I always say, thank you, but there's really nothing to be saved from. Only our fears and our doubts and our vagrant thoughts, right? And knowing that salvation, if we have anything to be saved from, comes from within here. As Thomas pointed out last week, Jesus taught the kingdom of God is within, yes? And that's what brings me joy. That's what I rejoice about, is knowing that within myself I have the ability, with my very word, to transform my experience of life. Just by saying, just by my words, I can totally transform my opinions and my judgments, and that results in a transformation of my experience. So I rejoice that. And one of my ways to transform my thinking, and therefore my experience, is to surrender. To surrender to what is. In the spirit group that Valerie has been leading for the past few weeks, we talked last week about that feeling of powerlessness when it seems like there's nothing you can do about circumstances. And it occurred to me, I had the thought that to surrender to the powerlessness is the way to gain power over the powerlessness. A little bit convoluted? Because as we know, resistance causes persistence. It's a form of focus. And what we focus on, we draw to our attention, we draw to us. What we attract, that's the law of attraction. Whatever we're focused on, we're drawing to us. So to stop fighting the powerlessness, or just to stop feeling bad about it, or to stop complaining about it, that helps relieve it, right? Because we've stopped resisting, we've taken our attention away from it, and that restores our power. So can you just for a moment allow your mind to go there? Allow yourself to entertain that thought, that surrendering to powerlessness is a way to regain power. That's what I love about this teaching. There's a lot of strangeness to it. And it's all just part of simply allowing things to be the way they are. Even when things aren't fair, can you allow things to be the way they are? Especially maybe when things aren't fair. Just for this moment, can you allow them to be the way they are? Because that's the only way they can be right now. And therefore they must be perfect. This is the day that the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Can you say that in whatever circumstance you're in? I play a game with myself that's a little bit like when I was a kid. I thought I had to kind of please God and earn a lot of points so I wouldn't have to go to hell and I could go to heaven instead. It's sort of like that, only it's different. Instead, I tell myself that when I do something good, my soul grows a little. I like to think of myself as altruistic. But you know what? There's really no such thing as altruism. Because altruism is the belief in or practice of disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others. And that's nice. But can you really be concerned for the well-being of others? Can you really do good things for other people without feeling good about yourself? So altruism is never just for the other person. It's for ourselves. I'm here.
Yes, you are.
So the soul rejoices in altruism, right? It really, really rejoices. And suppose, I know I've missed something. There. So we really can't act out of concern for other people without benefiting our own soul, right? You're thinking of ourselves, and it makes our soul expand. And I think immediately of the Grinch and his heart, Your soul expands when we do something nice and we feel good about ourselves. Kind of thinking of yourself. And if I can do something without being detected, it's even better. Ever do that? Do a good deed for somebody else and hope you don't get found out? Because then your soul really expands with that one. And if I can do something without complaining about it, something that I really don't want to do without complaining about it, or if I can resist the urge to just kind of drop a little hint that maybe I did that, so that people will know that I did it without mentioning it, And if you can refrain from being right, or if I can refrain from being right even when you're wrong, and my soul grows a whole lot that way, doesn't it? And if somebody wrongs me and I don't say anything to anybody, I don't tell that person, I don't tell any other person how I've been wronged, my soul rejoices and it grows. No matter how much I've suffered. My mother used to say, you got to suffer to be good. Did anybody hear that phrase before? You did, okay. My mother said it, I guess. I wondered if my grandmother said it. And I Googled if somebody famous had said it. And I Googled it, and apparently nobody said it. Nobody famous anyway, but it's there in my head. You got to suffer to be good. I mean, why would anybody tell us that? I don't know. But it's there in my head. That's very interesting. So any time that I might make the choice, might choose to make the choice, how many of our choices do we consciously make by choice? Or we choose things by default? So when I make the choice to believe that I've been taken advantage of, or to believe that I've been wronged, or that I've done more than my fair share, I give joyful thanks for that opportunity. because I know my soul is growing, that everything is for my soul's development. Actually, I think all of life is here for our soul's development. No matter what happens, we're learning something from it, something good, something bad. Our soul is developing. You know that feeling you get when your soul is rejoicing? I get it. You know when you're telling somebody a story and you get so caught up in it and you kind of have to stop for a minute because you're choking up and you're almost going to cry because it's so magnificent? That's your soul rejoicing. For me, it's music. So when I hear music, it's just too beautiful. Meditation from Massenet, from Thais. Just too beautiful. I choke up at that all the time. Watching a 9-year-old perform Tchaikovsky's violin concerto perfectly. I mean, that's my soul rejoicing, right? All those good things. What about the first word your grandchild says to you? And it's grandma. Hug. You know, doesn't the soul rejoice? Actually, my son's first word was actually. And I rejoiced about that too. His first word, actually. Our souls rejoice at the littlest things. A child's first word, or the biggest things. The war is over. Peace has been declared. Reconciliation has been achieved. You know, the soul really, really, really rejoices about those big things. Surprisingly, the soul doesn't really care too much when you win the lottery. You know? What makes our souls grow and expand and rejoice? I believe everything is for our soul's development. All the struggles, yes, but all the joy, all the love, all the freedom to express ourselves, all the abundance, all the peace, all of it. Our souls are growing and expanding. They rejoice when we participate, when we're in it. You know, when we're fully involved in love, our souls are growing and rejoicing. Fully participating, fully experiencing, fully learning and growing and expanding. So once again, at this moment of now, nothing can be any different from the way it can be. Can't be any other way. Yes, we have the power to create a new future, to change the future, and some say we even have the power to change the past. But in this moment, right now, this is the only way it can be. It's perfect. Surrender to it. That is the way to peace, to accept, to allow, to surrender. I'm not thinking of surrendering as a negative word, but as a relaxing into, as an allowing, as allowing things to be just the way they are. That is the way to peace. This is the day that the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice in it and be glad in it. Namaste.
Well, this is a song that's I rejoice in. Christmas Eve remembered out on Grandpa's farm is clear. When me and Toady heard old Santa's bells and they reindeer. I swear I saw him looking through that frosted window pane. It's magic when you're 5 years old, and I remember saying, I said, Merry Christmas, Mama, with a smile upon my face. I wrapped it up all by myself, I used extra tape in case. The tree is tall and beautiful, the star shines bright up there. Jesus Christ is why we celebrate this time of year. My little girl sees Christmas now with magic in her eyes. Old Saint Nick has been here, what a wonderful surprise. You can feel the joy and love she brings into our life. The gift she holds, she wrapped herself, she hands it to my wife. And she says, Merry Christmas, Mama, with a smile upon her face. I wrapped it up all by myself, I used extra tape in case. The tree is tall and beautiful, the star shines bright up there. And Jesus Christ is why we celebrate this time of year. And oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. Ooh. It's been too many years since I was home on Christmas Day. It makes me sad, but what do you do when life works out that way? I'll send a gift, attach a card, and I'll call on Christmas Day. The package says Merry Christmas from 1,000 miles away. And I sing Merry Christmas, Mama, with a smile upon my face. I wrapped it up all by myself, I used extra tape in case. The tree is tall and beautiful, the star shines bright up there. And Jesus Christ is why we celebrate this time of year. The tree is tall and beautiful, oh Mama, I miss your face. Jesus, won't you bless us as we say your name in grace?
Thank you.
That is Brian's own song. Yep. And I said to Brian this morning, I said, hey, when you get back from your winter travels, we ought to have a concert. And he said, yeah, that'd be fun. So I want to really appreciate Brian for being with us yesterday. 4 hours. He entertained people as they shopped here. And I want to acknowledge everyone who helped with the fair yesterday. It was lovely. There were so many volunteers, so much fabulous baking. A lot of things were sold, but there's a lot of things left over that are available in the coffee room after there. And we have so far raised about $1,200. Let's go for 15. Okay. So let's calm ourselves back down again and take a moment to just turn within and notice the appreciation that is there. Notice the kindness that expands at this time of year. As people, regardless of their religious beliefs, catch the feeling from each other. And the world begins to practice more kindness, more love. To wrap things themselves and use extra tape in case. To be bigger. To allow their souls to expand. And just feeling that in the air. And knowing that that feeling is radiating from each of us. And we take it out into the world and allow it to radiate to others and feel it radiating back to us from every direction. The peace and the joy and the kindness and the love of this season. And our souls rejoice. And so it is.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Christ within me, hallelujah. Christ within me, hallelujah. Christ within me, hallelujah. Christ within me, hallelujah.
Oh, it's a cute little car. Patricia, your talk inspired a quote that I remembered. I just wanted to share with you while we're all here. Epictetus says, "Do not seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will." I thought that was kind of. Really? You had the Epictetus quote? Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. That's. And then your life will flow well. You have tranquil flowing life. Yeah. That's like the OG right there. Epictetus, my guy. It's my favorite Christmas song, so I guess I'll play this. I don't think I'll see you guys until after Christmas after this, so yeah. You have Josh though. He's good. So here's my Christmas offering.
Thank you. That was awesome. Thank you, Brian. That was awesome.
Brian, your song is the bomb.
Yeah. Thank you, Patricia. That was awesome. Isn't everything just awesome? Some of what Patricia had to say was funny to me because as we were rehearsing earlier today, we were talking about being in the moment. And then as musicians, we were like, yeah, but as a musician, you need to be in the millisecond. You know, because if somebody changes direction, you've got to be able to just go with it. Like, so we were laughing about that. So when you brought that up, I had a chuckle. And then also with the, back in the day of not living with, prior to marriage. And I had gone through some things in my life. And so when Leslie and I first got together, I had said to her, no matter what happens, you can't move into my place. And she said, until we're married. And she said, I would never live with a guy until he married me, right? And then I sold my home, my condo, and I ended up living in her house with her and her mom. But I had my own room, right? So it's just kind of funny that I upped it a bit. I'll just live with you and your mom, and then it's not like living together. I know she's completely embarrassed right now by. And just so everybody knows, when I get home from Sunday morning, I usually get a list of like, why do you speak the way you speak sometimes? Why do you say those things? Anyhow.
And that's going on the list for the record.
I'm sure I will hear about this later. Anyhow, I know I'm supposed to do coming up, but I also, while you were speaking and while Nico was playing, I had a thought this morning. So, every day, I of course pray and meditate every morning, and then I share an affirmative prayer that I write after my meditation on Insight Timer. I have a group on there called Bloom Your Life, and there's about 600 plus people that are in that group with me from around the globe, and so I write an affirmative prayer and I share it with all of them. And today was day number 181 of me doing this every day. I committed to do it for at least a year just to see what I could, just to challenge myself to something. And it just so happens, I didn't even think of this until while I was sitting here, that today was about love. And I thought I would share it with all of you because today is love. So here it is. I am traveling with the power of love. I have packed love into every nook and cranny. I have committed it to every step I take. I have placed it deep within my soul, and it adorns the surface of my skin. When I look out into the world, I see its potential in all things. And in my ears, I hear its joyful song in all of nature. Love is everywhere I choose to be, for I carry an abundance with me at all times. Love is best served when it is given away, and so it is. All right, coming up, good stuff to do. After service fellowship on the Advent Sunday, so that would be today as well, and there's a Zoom link there, and I was on last week. There was quite a number of people on there just sharing what the Advent word was for last week. I think it was peace. And yes, today will we talk about love or joy?
Will it be loy or jove?
We can combine them. But yes, if you would like to carry on with some discussion of today's Advent, then please join in on Zoom. And there's also an Advent discussion group Wednesdays from November 23rd to November 21st, and that is again on Zoom. Is that a Unity Canada event? Yes, that's a Unity Canada event, and they are discussing the booklet that is every year Unity does a Advent booklet that is distributed. And today there's a potluck lunch at Linda King's right after service today. So it used to say that it started at 12:30, but now it's just like go. And if we could back up to yesterday, we could actually go last night and already be celebrating. But first, there's stuff here to take. So spend a few moments here if you'd like, and then head out. Spirit groups, Intention Circle, Sundays at 2 o'clock here in Nanaimo. Whoa. Did you all see that little next
the
date?
tech team is
Whoa.
getting fancy.
Yeah. Holy, yeah. Now that just threw me right off, that whole. So today is one, of course, at 2 o'clock, and then they continue January 8th, 22nd, February 5th, 19th, and March 5th, and that's hosted by Yvonne Play, and that's here. I don't know. Can it do it again?
Wait, hold on.
Whoa! Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that Unity crowd is really advanced, huh?
That's the coolest thing since sliced bread.
Victoria events, Monday Magic at the Met on Balmoral in room 119, Monday, December 12th at 1 p.m., a Christmas craft and social. Candle lighting services, all on one screen here. Comox, Sunday, December 18th. Victoria, Monday, December 19th. And here in Nanaimo, Tuesday, December 20th at 7. And the one here in Nanaimo will be streamed live as well. And everyone is welcome to attend them all. And a wee little Christmas story is on Saturday, December 24th here at Unity Vancouver Island at 4 p.m. I went to Rev Patricia and said I would like to do something as a ministerial student for Christmas. So I am going to do a wee little Christmas story. And all are welcome to come here, and it'll also be streamed as well. That's on Christmas Eve at 4 o'clock. Oh, with a new musical guest, too. Yes, yeah. Yeah, so you have to come to, yes. I just met him. Unity Canada Social Justice Book Club, that is begins January 12th on Thursdays from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific time. And of course, you can find that in our newsletter. And it's membership renewal time. Watch for a special email to renew your membership here at Unity Vancouver Island. Joyful Steps celebration, save the date for July 15th to 16th, and that's in, wow, July, that's a long way away. That seems so long. July 15th and 16th, 2023, and this is an opportunity to celebrate my ministerial and ordination, so that'll be fun, yeah. And ongoing events, second and fourth Tuesdays at 11 a.m., Prayer Circle at Spiritual Center in Comox. Seated Tai Chi is on hiatus until January. And Thursdays at 10:30 here in Nanaimo is A Course in Miracles with Leanne. First and third Fridays at 6:30 is Board Games Night here in Nanaimo. And you can find all of this, of course, at unityvancouverisland.com. And yes, in Unity we thrive. So once again, it is my great pleasure to thank all of you here, all of those joining online, for your continued support of Unity Vancouver Island. For without you, we would not be here. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. It is greatly appreciated. And of course, you are welcome to continue to support Unity Vancouver Island with your presence and your treasures and your gifts and your financial support. So thank you. And gratitude today for Valerie Childs and Brian Hazelbauer for all the things they do, singing, audio, spirit groups, hosting, and giving good advice. Wishing you great, yeah. And of course, best wishes on your travels, your winter travels. And to everyone who participated in the Christmas mini fair yesterday, just short of $1,200 was raised, and there are still some goodies left, and you'll find them on the tables in the coffee room. Right. And do we have some kids? Do we have some kids?
I mean,
No.
we're all kids inside.
We're all
so.
kids, really. Here we are. All right. And we will give our children's blessing nonetheless, so please join me. We see the divine light shining as you. We love and appreciate you exactly the way you are. And our prayer for protection. The light that is God surrounds us. We are one with the light. The love that is God enfolds us. We are one with the love. The power that is God protects us. We are one with the power. The presence that is God watches over us. We are one with the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And so it is.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With love as our center, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it be